Noted baseball philosopher Joaquin Andujar once summed up baseball saying there's one word that describes it all: you never know. We welcome in Matt Melzak from the Toledo Mud Hens. And Matt, we bring in Joaquin Andujar because this past week was a perfect example of why you watch every baseball game. You never know what's going to happen, including a 2-pitch inning on Wednesday.
Yeah, and just digging through, we can only find one other instance so far where that has happened, and that was in the lower minors. So it's going to happen, and it's going to start to happen, maybe not frequently, obviously, because it's barely happened, but it's going to happen here from time to time. And the reason being, you have that runner at second base. So you're going to see, where a pitcher's going to go out there, he's going to throw a couple pitches, and you're going to get automatic outs quickly. And that's what we saw in the doubleheader game. You get a fly ball out to left field, great catch, and runner advances to third. And then you get the next play, another fly ball to left, great throw from left, boom, you get a tag out at the plate, all of a sudden 2 pitches, and you've got yourself an entire inning. So it's going to happen from time to time, especially with the runner at second base. I can't wait till it happens sometimes at the major league level so that then they can go on talking about it like crazy, but we've seen it now here.
This week we had a rain out on Tuesday, a rain delay on Friday night, but they got all 6 games in, which is a testament to the great job the grounds crew does at Fifth Third Field.
Yeah, they do. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Kyle Leppelmeyer and his crew are phenomenal at getting the field ready and having it prepared and ready to go. We did get a lot of rain at certain points this past week, and you wouldn't know it. Fifth Third Field drains so well. They did a great job when they built it to put in a great drainage system, and his staff does an awesome job to make sure it's ready. Now, granted, we had a couple of them where they got done just in time to get the field covered, on both Saturday and Sunday. But you know what? It worked out. Got all the games in. That's the important part.
What also worked out, particularly on Sunday, was Alex Faedo, the prospect pitcher. We're waiting for these breakthroughs, and we're starting to get solid outings out of Faedo. He looked really good Sunday.
On short rest, nonetheless, Mark, because if you remember, he pitched Wednesday in that doubleheader, so then they turned around, went back with him on Sunday. You knew he wasn't going to go long in the game, but he turned around and gave him 4 innings and did so with hardly throwing anything. 41 pitches, I believe, to get through 4 innings. That's crazy. He allowed just 1 base runner on a walk. A really awesome job for him. And sometimes it's interesting when a player, or especially a pitcher, that they go on short rest, it seems like they're always really good that first time they do it. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the fact that you're not fully rested, so maybe you're not throwing as hard, or you're trying to do things, and all of a sudden you get some easier outs. He ended up with 5 punch outs in that game anyway, but he did get a lot of quick and easy outs.
Another guy I want to bring up, Justin Henry Malloy. He's been swinging the bat really well, batting close to 350 now. I think maybe over 350 at this point. He's really been kind of that rock in the middle of the order as we've seen guys come up and down, and we're going to see that all year long. But Henry Malloy's been really good for Toledo.
Yeah, he really has been, and I think he's certainly put himself on the radar for the Tigers going forward. He's a guy that can certainly hit. And that's his calling card. That's what's going to get him to the major league level. He needs to hit very well. We saw him have an error the other day as well. Again, that's the part of the game that he's working on. He's trying to get better as being a defensive fielder. He can get to a lot of baseballs there at third base and instead transition and making good throws over consistently that he needs to get down. But boy, he can flat out mash. And, might not be too long before the Tigers go, hey, let's take a look. We need to find out if this guy can hit at the major league level too.
Mud Hens in the midst of a 2-week homestand. They took 3 out of 6 from Syracuse, and now the Indianapolis Indians. Pittsburgh Pirates farm team comes to town this week.
Yeah, you know what? And Pittsburgh's been the surprise team in the major leagues.
Which Jim Weber called that. Brad Woznicki, the 3rd member of that Mud Hens crew, didn't necessarily believe in the Pirates. But in April, Pirates have been really good.
They have been, because they can pitch, they can field, and their bullpen is deadly when they get to the back end of that bullpen. And you know what? That's what has won them a lot of games so far for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Indianapolis struggling a little bit right now. They're at the bottom part of the division. Always dangerous, though. Indianapolis, it's always a tough series when these 2 rivals get together. No matter what the records are, doesn't matter. This is going to be a tough series this week, but a fun one to see some of the guys there from Indianapolis.
Series scheduled to begin on Tuesday. We'll keep an eye on the weather, see if that actually happens.